In Fullerton, California, the city has implemented a policy that bans community newspapers and other non-government materials from being placed in city facilities. The origin of this ban stemmed from a policy change following a letter from the blog Friends for Fullerton Future, which demanded that the City Hall allocates a space for the blog in the building. The City Council decided after receiving this letter to regulate publications in city facilities in response to a threat of a lawsuit by the blog. The impact of this ban has affected community newspapers such as Fullerton Observer and the Daily Titan, the student newspaper of Cal State Fullerton.
They decided it in closed council, so that's kind of what made us all think that this was encroaching a little bit on the First Amendment, and that was our knee-jerk reaction, was that it was like infringing upon the right to the freedom of the press because they decided it in closed council. And we found out about it over spring break, and our editorial team, so it was our managing editor, our editor-in-chief at the time, and our associate managing editor at the time, they wrote an editorial, I'm pretty sure next day or same day, kind of condemning it and saying, like, as the Daily Titan, like, we can't stand for this, and that, like, our point of view is that you're trying to, like, encroach upon the freedom of the press, and, like, it's the people's right to have access to our print publications.
This not has only impacted student and city newspapers, but also raised awareness of the importance of freedom of speech. Even though there is a ban on news racks in City Hall, it has not stopped the Daily Titans from producing their own newspaper rack and increasing their online readership. Within the vote, one council member who voted against the ban argued that the policy is a form that has violated the First Amendment and limited community access. City official claims that the policy is content neutral, aimed at putting a neutral space in city facilities, and does not ban online access to the publications.
Where I stand, I don't think that this will be revisited or reopened at all. It was at first a supermajority vote in terms of, like, it was 4-1, like, voted in to practice at City Council, and then the Mayor Pro Tem, Shanna Charles, she was the one who was, like, at the following City Council meeting, was the one that was like, I think we should re-vote on this. Like, I just think that the language used wasn't clear enough, and we didn't really understand what we were voting on to ban, like, publications from government property. So then they re-voted, but it was still 2-3, so it still, like, went in. And Fred Jung, our mayor, he was really adamant on the fact that this is just the way that it is now. So I can't imagine that it's going to be opened back up.
This is Isaiah Lonvelin, CSUF News.